You know, it just came to my attention because we all came from the dance community and we're also the industry.
No.
Like, what would you say is the biggest difference between community and industry, or what can you tell? Because like some people just don't get the
I'm
difference.
like in like the little limbo.
So, yeah, you're like in the
I'm
middle.
like in the middle.
Yeah.
I feel like you've like transitioned.
Yeah.
For like you're way more in the industry and community.
'Cause
That's how we met. Like
yeah,
all of us.
that's really how we met.
Like communities and industry is very different.
So, depending on what, I'm old school community. So old school community is all about family and like really just connecting and making that every moment count with that person. Whether it's just talking about dance like this and encouraging someone and inspiring somebody verbally, or telling your story, you're not gonna get that in the industry. You're not gonna have somebody be like, hey, I'm here because X, Y, and Z. They're gunning for your spot. So like, if they're gonna say, hey, I'm gonna book 2 skinny, ugly Latin guys, and it's me and this other guy, no one's gonna care. They're gonna shoot for my spot. So you have to kind of give a little bit more, unfortunately, and no one cares who they step on the way to get there. Where we said earlier, like in the community, it's something where you're like, if you're dancing and you're like, hey, oh my god, like that's cool. It's hyping up. It's the good energy. I've heard it at least 4 times a day, saying, oh my god, it was so weird having everybody being so positive and cheering other people on, which is a sad statement, but it's a true statement.
I didn't hear that.
I heard that 4 times a day.
Wow.
So just that alone like speaks volumes, on like where we come from and our morals and our values.
Not to hurt anyone.
No.
Like, but it's just like our experience and perspective. It's how we're not saying you can't. You're not.
No.
It's just like what our perspective. So, I didn't even know it was like that. Like I started learning the choreography because first in my head it clicks like someone's trying to fight for my spot right now. So I just started learning it. That's why I started learning it. I got competitive because I was like, no one's taking my spot. But then I realized, oh wait, it's not that kind of audition.
But low key. Kind of.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's still like because they do book you for music videos and live shows, and to be honest, I don't get booked for the music videos for obvious reasons.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, I didn't get booked for one of these gigs that's been a long time client because I have a beard.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really
same thing with tattoos, anything really.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah, and it's just crazy because I get why it's so cutthroat in the industry because it's a means of them paying their bills.
Yeah.
It's a means of their feeding themselves for the next couple weeks, like it's a means of them, they don't have anything else but to book these jobs and to make a living off of it, whereas community, it's typically you have another job and dance is your hobby. That's like where you kick it.
Yep.
That's with the people who you kick it with most.
Kick it.
Yeah, to hang out. It's like being in a fraternity, but you dance.
Yeah, I want to back that up for sure because the reason I left, I had an agent. I was signed with DDO, who was the owner, currently now of MTA, so was my agent. And I had to quit because going to auditions is just that. You go to an audition. You are not guaranteed a spot. You're, depending on what kind of audition, you're one of anywhere from maybe 15 to 400. And if they're booking 10 and you're one of 400, the chances are slim. So I was like, I can't do this. Like guaranteed jobs, they're not there. And when I was working in the community, I had a guaranteed job. So I said, I can't make this because of work. And finally I just said, I'm just quitting my agency because it's like it's guaranteed money. They pay my bills. It's insurance. There's a lot of things that are connected to it, benefits and stuff like that we take for granted. I think as community dancers that they're just like, well, we can't do this. Where she's right. Like people in the industry are like, yo, I have to eat like salad for the next 10 days, and I'm like, just
living on dreams and 99-cent noodles.
Right? I can't do that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm too old for that. I cannot do that.
Sodium. It's just yeah.
It's true though.
You laugh because it's true. It's just, it's intense.
Yeah, I think that's why people are like. It makes sense why like even parents who have kids they're trying to push, who want to pursue it, it's a great dream, but you also like equipping yourself with the right knowledge of what to expect.
Reality
is gonna help you navigate your next decisions, because if you learn the hard way, you might want to quit sooner. But if you know what to expect and you know that it's a real hustle, then you might be able to take that and keep going and be a lot more headstrong, because it's you fight tooth and nail a lot. So.
Kind of like constantly interviewing.
Yeah.
It's like a constant interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing about constant interview is it's practice, so the next one you're like, oh, I know what to do, I know what to say, and then you start fine-tuning on what you do as what's your niche, like what is this something that you specifically do that you can murder the hell out of, that makes yourself confident, it makes your presence confident, because there's a difference between a good dancer and a good performer. So I think that we start working on murdering everything and just kind of perform the hell out of it. So that's one thing that LA dancers do better than than community dancers. LA dancers can perform the hell out of something.
Yeah, this is true.
And I think that community people need to work on that. So that's where we lag. In the beginning, we're kind of like, what do we do? So work on performance, because once you can merge those together, it don't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, short, fat, ugly, skinny. You're a good performer.
Yeah,
no one can take that from you.
I've definitely seen a lot of dancers that have no face and it's just boring.
Yeah.
But the choreography is amazing.
Yeah, but then I see people who are killing the performance. They're messy, but they're just so much more fun to watch, because their face, their
You just
energy,
feel
it
it
resonates.